Hey everyone, this is Jackie Gutierrez. I'm a student at FIU and I'm taking a class called Ethical Hacking Countermeasures with Dr. Alexander Pons. And I'm doing my project on cracking local Windows passwords. So let's say if you're locked out of your computer and you don't remember your password at all and you can't get in, or let's say you have a company and an employee left and they didn't leave you the password to their computer and you can't get into it, but you need to access some important documents, then you'll have to figure out a way to get into their computer and crack their password. So the way Windows stores the password files is called, it's a SAM file, and the SAM file is located in the C drive in the Windows System 32 config directory. And in there as well, you'll be able to find the SAM and the system files. And the system file contains the syskey boot key, which is able to decrypt the SAM file. It has the special code so that you can be able to read the SAM file. But unfortunately, when Windows is running, you can't just go into that folder and access it. And also, again, if you're locked out of that computer, you can't obviously just go in and grab it. So what you can do is you can load up another operating system through the USB flash drive on that machine. So you need to have physical access to that machine. So you can load that up and then you can mount the hard drive of that Windows machine. And then from there you can traverse and find those files that you need. And there you go. And then you just save them onto an external hard drive or an external flash drive. And then you can crack them using any password cracker. You can use Cain and Abel, Offcrack. Um, you can't use John the Ripper if you have Windows 7 or 8, because Windows XP is the only operating system that you'll be able to use the BK and SamDump functionalities, which enable you to just decipher the codes of the SAM files, and then you'll just have the hashes right there in plain text for you. And then with those hashes, then you can just crack them really easily with John. But you can't do that with newer versions of Windows. So, and also I'd like to mention that Windows XP uses LM hashes, and Windows 7, 8, and 10 uses NTLM hashes. And NTLM is a little more sophisticated, a little better way to encode those passwords. So, all right, let's go. I'm going to grab my Kali now, and I'm going to boot it onto the machine I want to grab the passwords from, and then I'll show you what to do.
Hi everyone, this is Jackie again. So I've booted up Kali through the USB drive on the Windows 8 machine that I am trying to retrieve the SAM files from. So again, since this is a Windows 8 machine, unfortunately I won't be able to use the BK Hive or SamDump 2 because those are only for Windows XP, Windows Vista, and Windows 2000, so older versions of Windows. The newer versions, Windows 7, 8, and 10, those do not support those functionalities. So unfortunately, I won't be able to just grab that and turn it into a hash dump file, which will be really easy to use with a tool like Jack the Ripper. So I'm gonna have to manually mount the hard drive and then traverse it and find where those files are located and then save them onto an external drive like a USB flash drive or a hard drive that I can save it onto, and then I can turn this off and then go back onto my Windows machine or whatever machine I'm using, and then use Cain and Abel or Offcrack to be able to crack these passwords. So first, let's start by opening up the terminal window. And now the first thing I'm gonna do is fdisk L, and this is gonna show me all the partitions that are on this machine that I've booted from. And this particular machine has these 5 partitions right here. These first ones, you see the size is small. This is like the Windows recovery, the EFI system, Microsoft Reserved, so these do not contain what we're looking for. But this one, SDA4, has the largest amount of memory, and this is what contains the SAM file and the system file, which is what we're looking for. So we're gonna create a mount point in the directory structure. So we're gonna do this by typing mount, T for type, and NTFS, because this is a Windows machine. So that's the type of file system. And then this is the partition that we're going to mount, which is SDA4. And then we're going to create it here. Okay, perfect. So now it's been created. And now we're going to use this command, df. Okay, and what this command does, it reports the file system disk space usage. So this is here, and this is what we've created right here. Okay, so next we're going to change directory now. To what we created, and now let's take a look and see what's inside. Alright, and here we go. This is what we were looking for. Right here, it's kind of hard to see because it's highlighted, but if you notice the things that have a green highlighted, those are actually folders that I could change directory to or go into, and then these over here are files. The ones that aren't highlighted are just files. So this is the Windows folder. In Windows 7 and 8, and I believe 10, it's different from Windows XP, because Windows XP, Windows is all capital letters, and here we only have the first letter capitalized. So we're going to change directory, and we're going to go to Windows, and spelled like this for Windows 8, and then System32 with a capital S, and then config. And this is where those files are located. Okay, so now I'm in there. Now let's take a look and see what's inside. And here it is. The SAM file that we're looking for, and the system file. Alright, so let's save these one by one. I'm gonna save them on the root directory, and then I'm gonna transfer them over to my external flash drive. Alright, so let's do copy SAM. I'm going to copy it to the root. Be here. Perfect. And we'll do the same for the system file, which we need to be able to decode the SAM file, because the system file holds the key that is able to decode the SAM file. We'll put it in the same place. Okay, great. So let's plug in now the external flash drive. Okay, there it is. Alright, let's double check now this is in the root directory. Yep, here they are. Alright, so let's copy. Let's go through here. Here we go. And here I had some that I did earlier when I was testing it. I'll just delete these. Okay. Not deleting. I'll just put it in a different folder. Or I'll just overwrite it. How about that? Yep. Replace. Replace. Alright, perfect. So now they're in here. You can close this out. And that's it. And now all I have to do is just switch this off. log back into Windows and find out what the passwords are with Kane Enable or Off Crack.
Hey everyone, so I'm back now on my Windows machine, and these are the passwords that I was able to obtain through the dump from Kali. And I'm going to use Kane Enable to crack them and figure out what the password is for all of these users. I have an administrator and guest, which were created by Windows, and those are empty, they haven't been set up yet. And then I have guest 1, Jackie, Jaden, Joey, and Jonathan. All of these I set up to test this out with. And then in order to upload this onto Kane Enable, you right click here. You can click add to list. Then you can import hashes from local system, import hashes from a text file, or import hashes from a SAM database, which is what I did. So you get the SAM file through here, you search for it from the USB where we saved it on. Here is where you put the system file. It'll calculate it for you. All you do is you select it from here, you find it, and then right here it'll tell you what it is. You just copy and paste it and put it right here, and then this will be able to decrypt the SAM files here. And that's it. So it's pretty straightforward. So, and also a great thing about Kane Enable is that there's multiple ways to be able to crack the passwords. Let's try doing it with guest 1. I did a simple password for this one. So right click, and then they have dictionary, brute force, or cryptanalysis. Dictionary attack is usually the best form of attack because it's quicker. It has the word lists all there, and it does variations on them. It capitalizes some letters lowercase, adds numbers to the beginning and the end, and so forth. So that'll be a lot quicker than if you do a brute force. A brute force attack does every single possible combination depending on the criteria you give it. So let's do dictionary attack, and I have, these are NTLM hashes, and this is the dictionary file that Kane Enable comes with, and then I created my own file of the 500 most common used passwords, which would be a little more than what Kane Enable has, so you can use both of these. And then these are all the different options you could use. It does as is, it reverses them, double, it does them all lowercase or uppercase, and then it adds numbers and so forth like this. So this is great because it'll just use the password as it's written in the list, and then it also does this for even more combinations, and it's pretty quick. So let's try to do this one and see what it comes up with. So let's hit start, and now here it's telling you what position it's in, how far it's come in the list, and the current password. It doesn't show all the passwords, it's so many, but it gives you an idea of where it's at in the list. And there you go. It found it, and the password is password, which is what I put in for the guest one. And it was able to find it with the Kane word list. And let's see if it could figure out the ones for Jaden. Let's try again, dictionary attack and TLM hashes. And then this is important, when you're going to reuse the same dictionary file, you're going to reset the initial file position so that you start from the beginning, because if not, it'll start from whatever location it left off the last time. So let's start again, and let's see if it's able to find this one. And you see how quickly it runs through. It's already at 83%. And I don't think it'll find it with that word list, and it was unable to crack that one. So if you have a situation like this, then you could either get a better word list or more word lists, and some of them cost money. You can find them online, or you can do a brute force attack, which will take a long time. Here I'll show you an example, the brute force attack. And here you see you can specify the password length, minimum, maximum. Let's do 5, and we'll do the maximum at 10. And then here it'll tell you how is it lowercase in numbers, is it lowercase numbers and symbols, is it lowercase, uppercase numbers, and symbols. So this will be every single possible combination. And this will take a really long time. You could just leave it running for a couple days and see if it does eventually hit the password. But yeah, here we go. It's going to take all of these years to try every single possible combination. So if you're really adamant about getting that password, like if you were locked out of a system and you just can't remember what the password is and you really need it, you could use something like this and hopefully it will find it in a reasonable amount of time. If not, then you can keep trying with other word lists. But if the person uses a really complex password with lots of symbols and numbers and so forth, then it's going to be extremely difficult to crack that password. So let's stop this one because this will take a really long time to crack. So again, this works, I guess, if the password is a really simple one, like password or something like that. But if it's more complicated, I don't think it will be able to do it. Unless you have a longer word list, a more complicated word list, then it would be able to do it.
Hi, thank you for watching my video. So just a quick recap, I showed how to obtain the SAM and system files by mounting the Windows hard drive on Kali, which I booted up through the USB drive on the machine that I am attempting to get the passwords from. And then I showed how to use Cain and Abel to crack those passwords. Again, thank you and have a great day. Bye.